All right, thank you for doing this, Pierre. Just wondering if you can start by just identifying the signing today of Tyler Boucher. Why at this time, and where does it go from here?
Obviously, we're very happy to have signed Tyler Boucher today to an entry-level contract. Where it goes from here is that Tyler, obviously, just going to give you a bit of the facts, is that through the first half of the year, myself and other members of our hockey staff had conversations with Tyler. Obviously, things weren't going the way that he thought the conversation or the direction should go with Boston University. It's a good program. They've developed a lot of good players. Having a chance to watch quite a few of his games. And after one weekend, Tyler and I had a really good conversation with Sean Donovan. He was pondering maybe leaving. We told him that whatever decision that he would make, we would respect, which was very important for us. And then early December, ended up talking with his agent now, his family advisor at the time, and they just felt that probably going the 67s route was the best option. So I ended up talking with James Boyd at the 67s and with a coach of the caliber of Dave Cameron. We just felt that this was the best route to go.
So he will be joining the 67s then? Do you know at what point?
Yes. So unfortunately, when Tyler went to go get his COVID test, he tested positive a few days ago. I believe he will be allowed to enter Canada on January 6th. From now to January 6th, we will assign him on paper to Belleville because we need to assign him somewhere. And the reason we're doing that is in case the OHL shuts down, it gives us the option of him playing games because Tyler needs to play games. And from then, once the 67s and the OHL start up again, he will be assigned to the Ottawa 67s.
If there was a development issue at BU, Pierre, is there a lingering concern of that? Is there, lost time spent over the last couple of months?
No, there's no lingering concerns from our part. We know Tyler Boucher is the type of player that you want when you're playing playoff games. We know that Tyler Boucher is a player that wants to win. He's a physical force. He's got a big shot. He drives inside. He's someone that plays a power forward game that you want on your team. So, you know what, we're not going to look back at what's happened in the last few months, but having him join the 67s is something we're really excited about. As I previously said, playing under a coach of Dave Cameron's caliber, being a big part of this team, I think, and what the 67s team has done over the last few years and where they're going, I think it's going to be beneficial for all parties.
We'll go to Bruce Garriock at Post Media.
Hey, Pierre, a couple for you. You don't see this very often with college players leaving to join junior. DJ Smith was on earlier and he just spoke about the OHL in general, but he feels that the OHL is just close to something that Tyler Boucher could get from an NHL experience. Do you kind of feel that way with an NHL schedule and all that?
I think every team, every situation can be good. We've had players at the college level at North Dakota develop very well. So I think you got to take more of the program than whether it's NCAA or the OHL. But when you look at a player of Tyler Boucher's caliber and how he plays the game, for sure for us playing major junior probably fits his type of game more. I think he's going to be playing with players that are closer to his own age. He's a very physical player. We hope he doesn't get suspended too much because when he hits hard. The way that he'll be able to go to the net, score some goals. 67s will play him where they need to play him. There are no promises. I think they're pretty excited, and I think if you get a chance to talk to James Boyd or Dave Cameron, I think they'll both tell you. I haven't spoken to Dave, but I've spoken to James Boyd quite a bit, that they're really excited to have a player of this caliber join their team, and they're a pretty good team, and I think it's going to be good that way.
And I just like when you look at his situation, is it tough for an 18-year-old in college, Pierre?
Oh, it's very tough for a lot of freshmen in college. Whether you come in as an 18, 19, or 20-year-old, a lot of times you're playing against guys that are 22, 23 years old. They're physically so much mature than you are, even though that Tyler physically is very mature. But I think a lot of times the college mantra is that, they give a lot of ice time and opportunities and power plays and special teams to juniors and seniors. And, Tyler was a freshman this year, and they don't have the greatest team. So maybe they're relying a bit more on other people, and having the chance to get to see him on video. I was supposed to go down there, I think November 12th, that weekend, but because of our COVID situation, we didn't want to take a chance. But having the chance to see him play, he showed a lot of good things in the games that I saw on video. There's some games where I think you wanted to see a bit more, but I think he's going to get that opportunity with the 67s.
And just one last thing for me, just on having Matt Murray back. And also, I just wanted you to touch on the uncertainty of your schedule right now and how that's affecting the team.
No, we're happy to have Matt Murray back. Obviously, having a goal of his caliber of what he's done before, I think it's great to have him back. I think DJ's said earlier today, we're going to do everything to put him in a situation to succeed. Unfortunately, we wanted him to go down there and get more playing time, but he got a lot of practice time. So hopefully we get to see the Matt Murray that won 2 cups, and the Matt Murray that played well for us in the latter part of last year. And about our uncertainty in our schedule, as of right now, we're scheduled to play on December 31st against Pittsburgh. We'll wait and see. We all saw that they added 5 players in their protocol yesterday. I think it's a fluid situation. Whenever the league tells us that we're playing, we'll be ready to play.
We'll go to Wayne Scanlon at sportsnet.ca.
Hi, Pierre. Best of the season to you. Just wanted to pick
Same
up.
to you, Wayne.
Just wanted to pick up on Bruce's question about scheduling. Like, you've got a lot of games to make up. As you said, you're not sure about the Pittsburgh game. How confident are you that you can fit in all the games you have to make up, with the use of February, et cetera, without it overburdening your club?
Very confident. Very confident that we will get a chance to get all these games in. We had quite a long break in February, and I know the schedule maker has been in contact with Anthony LeBlanc about possible dates because of our building, and we're very confident. A lot of these games are at home. I think except for one game, all the games that need to be made up are all at home.
Thank you.
We'll go to Claire Hanna at TSN.
Hey, Pierre. Just going back to Matt Murray, what are your plans with him moving forward here?
Well, he's part of our team. We sent him down to Belleville so he could get playing in practice time, not have the spotlight of the NHL on him as he finds his game. And, DJ is the coach. He'll decide when he plays. I think he'll be one of 2 goalies available for us when we start playing again. And I'll leave it up to him. But we have a lot of faith that Matt can bounce back and win us some games and be the goalie that we all expect him to be.
And one more, and this is just about Tyler Boucher. Just I know he was playing. It looks like a bit at BU, but is his health status okay? Because I think he had a torn meniscus at one point and a sprained ACL.
No, that part is all good. The only thing with him is when he went for his COVID test, I think 2 days ago, he tested positive. And he can't come into the country until January 6th. And that's why we will, on paper, assign him to Belleville. But once the 67s start playing again, he will be joining them, practicing with them, and start playing for them. But no, as far as his health is 100%, he was fine. He played, I believe, I don't think he played the game against the under 18 team. The last game that BU played before Christmas, but he played the game before that. I think they played, was it BC or Northeastern? I forget if I'm off a bit here, but I know he played that game.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go to Matt Tidcombe at senators.com.
Hey, Pierre, just a couple of questions actually about World Juniors. Just first of all, what does it say about Jake Sanderson being named captain of the USA team?
I think it's great. I think it's a great, honor for our scouting staff that picked him. I think it says a lot about his character. We've always talked about drafting good players, but also character people, and having him obviously lead his team in minutes played so far, and being such a big part of it is important. But also having that cherry on top of the Sunday, being named captain, says a lot about the human being, how he's going to be a great pro and great player for the Ottawa Senators.
Just second of all, just with Levi Merriline, and just what have you seen kind of over his development here over the last couple of months of Kingston, and obviously winning his first World Junior start a couple of days ago too?
Well, obviously with Kingston, they had an up and down start. He faces a lot of shots there. He faces a lot of quality chances there. He's been unbelievable from all the reports, especially in the last month or so before he left to go to the World Junior. Obviously, he didn't play yesterday, but had the chance to watch a game against Germany. I thought Germany was very good to start off the game, and Levy made a lot of good saves. And we feel that we got a A+ prospect in him as far as goaltending, and hopefully can continue. And I see Kingston's one of the highest ranked teams in the CHL, and hopefully can lead them to an OHL championship or Memorial Cup or whatever needs be. It'll be a great experience for him.
Murray Pam, Full Press NHL.
Hello, Pierre. Are you able to maybe expand on the potential players for the taxi squad at this time?
Well, the taxi squad is not mandatory. Obviously, we will have players on our taxi squad, especially when we go on our trip to Seattle and Western Canada. We might not have 6 at all times. We're going to evaluate the situation once we know when we play again, but we will have some players on the taxi squad. But with the proximity of Belleville, it's not something that is necessary for us, like at all times.
We'll return to Bruce Garriock for a final question in English.
Hey, Pierre, I just wanted to follow up just on the World Juniors. Are you going to be able to go? When I talked to Trent last week, he said that the plan was for you to head out there on the 30th. Are you going to be able to go to the tournament in person? And if so, looking forward to seeing where everybody's at?
Yes, I plan on going. I'm working from home today because my PCR test from yesterday was invalid. I did 2 rapid tests where I'm both negative. My plan was to go on the 30th, but if I can change my plans, I might head out there tomorrow. That's for the World Junior. I definitely want to see where all these players are. Both Pierre McGuire and myself had the chance to see Jake Sanderson and Tyler Clevin play in Nashville earlier this year. And we were really impressed with both these players. Obviously, seeing them in person, seeing some of the top end draft eligible players also in person is something that I'm really looking forward to.
And I should probably ask you this, and I had talked to Trent. You won't ask Sanderson to come out of school at the end of this tournament, right? Like, you want him to finish this year. And I only asked that because you signed the Boucher today.
We'll leave that up to him. He knows he's got an open invitation to join the Ottawa Senators at any point in time. I always believe that you try to finish everything you started. Obviously, we know that if he stays in college hockey, he's got a good chance to win the Hobey Baker, which is an individual award, which I'm not sure he really cares about, but he's a really team guy. But he knows he's got an open invitation to join the Ottawa Senators anytime he wants. But right now, his focus should be on winning the gold medal with the U.S. junior team.
We'll conclude in French with Marc Broussard at Le Doigt.
Et l'année prochaine, il pourrait aller à Belleville.
Marc, faudrait que tu répètes la question. J'ai pas entendu la première partie.
Tyler Boucher, le plan avec lui, est-ce que s'il joue pour les 67 cette saison ou la saison prochaine, ou la saison prochaine, il pourrait aller à Belleville?
Pour le moment, on va juste mettre le focus sur cette saison. Le plan avec Tyler Boucher est qu'il joue pour les 67.
Puis à quel point tu penses qu'il va mieux se développer que les 67?
On pense qu'il va se développer bien avec les 67. Il va pouvoir jouer sur, je pense, un trio de premier plan. C'est quelqu'un qui va pouvoir toucher à la rondelle, utiliser son lancer, son patin pour avoir un impact et pouvoir continuer son développement pour qu'il puisse être le meilleur joueur de hockey possible dans la Ligue nationale.
Puis Jake Sanderson, tu en as parlé un petit peu. Est-ce que c'est quoi ton opinion pour qu'il aille aux Olympiques avec l'équipe américaine, possiblement à Pékin?
Ah, ça, j'en sais pas, Marc. On ne sait pas c'est quoi la situation sur ce côté-là. On va laisser d'autres gens ou une fois que s'il y a une équipe qui est choisie, s'il fait partie de la situation, tout avec cela.